Hey, what's up, you guys? Easy Samurai here, back with another video today, you guys. I got a crazy story time about the time that one of my ex-friends tried to get me arrested. Yeah, this story time is gonna be pretty crazy. Let's get started. This all happened a pretty long time ago. I think I was like 10 or I, I don't remember exactly how old I was, but I was around that age. I was hanging out with my brother and my brother's friend. Alright, so my brother and my brother's friend, they were also pretty close to my age, but this other my brother friend, he was like 1 year older than my brother. He was like 16 or something. I don't remember the exact age, but it was around there. And they were hanging out because they were in the same grade. I was a couple grades younger, but it was fine. I still could hang out with them because I wasn't the annoying little brother because I actually used to be better at games that they were, so I should thrash both of them. It was hilarious seeing them just lose to a 10-year-old. But the point is, um, we had a neighbor. He was like a really asshole, like just an asswipe. He was an entitled brat, right? And he really just he's an ass. Right? Anytime someone else got something better than him, or like just had anything in general that he didn't have, he actually wanted it, he would just complain to his parents, and his parents would like legit try to get it from you, like steal it or tell your parents bullshit and say, I mean, like try to get it, or try to get you in trouble or bribe you. And like it's just an asshole thing to do. And that's too, he has like super freaking entitled and spoiled. He gets anything he wants, like any car, like gaming console, like anything. And his parents are total asswipes. They are shitheads. Like I hate parents like them. So basically, what happened was I had, this was a while ago. I had like a PSP. Oh no, it wasn't P. It was a PS Vita, right? Those things were like new-ish back then. And so he was like, "Oh, I didn't know you had one. Can I have it?" Like my neighbor legit was like, "Yo, can I have your PSV?" I was like, "No way, man. I'm not gonna just give it to you." I was like, "Why not? I deserve it more than you do, you brat." I was like, "What the fuck?" Like, I was like, "What the fuck, man?" Like, like, if you making fun of me and calling me a brat, I'm definitely not gonna give it to you. But even in the first place, I was never gonna give it to you. It was like, you're just an entitled brat. You know what? And he like tries to steal it from me. And I back up and I'm like, yo, what the flip are you trying to do? And now I'm like trying to run away from this guy. This guy is like 2 years older than me. I was like, what the flippin' hell are you? I'm trying not to swear, but like, it's really hard, especially when I'm still pretty butthurt over what he did. So basically, after that time, he tried to snatch my PS Vita away from me. He was like, "Okay, you know what? I'm gonna get you in trouble." And he's like, "Oh yeah, watch your back. Make sure to sleep with both eyes open." I was like, "What does that even mean?" Then he smirked and said, "We'll see how well you do. Hospital when I'm done with you." And then my brother walked in, and it was like, "What's going on here?" Because he could hear screaming, because he was screaming at the top of his lungs, the shit. And my brother, he's what you call it, way taller and way older. And if he ever tried shit, like I'm not sure if my brother would do anything. I think he would just probably just sit there and watch. Not be like he'd beat your ass, just talking absolute bullshit. Like upplaying my brother and how strong he is, just so he wouldn't do shit because he's older than me. And I was actually kind of forced to play with him because my mom never really believed anything I said. I don't know why she didn't, but she just didn't, right? And she was like, okay, he can just use it. He doesn't need to keep it. And then they also used to lie. He used to lie and say I stole shit from him. And then I would have to give him money for it. And I would have to pay it out of my own wallet. And I hated that kid. Now, he tried to pay me back by when my brother's friend came over. he bought like a little baggie of drugs. And now this is like a very strong baggie. Now he put it on the window shield of the inside the car. Because my friend never locked his car. I don't my brother's friend never locked his car. I don't know why you don't lock your car. Like freaking lock your car. And I don't think he stole anything, but he put that little baggie of weed inside there. And so it made it smell like weed. And he called the cops. Now thankfully my friend stayed over and we kinda woke up early to leave and eat something because there was nothing much to eat inside the house. And so we wanted to leave and go eat something. Luckily we left, we were just gonna go leave and eat something, and then he found that little baggie, and he knows what that shit smells like. And he was like, "Yo, did you put this here?" To my brother, and I was like, "No." And then he looked, then they both just look at me. It's like, did you?" I was like, just shook my head, "No." I I didn't know what it was by the smell, but just by the look in their faces, I just knew. And also, that's pretty obvious. It was just a baggie of white powder, so you know what that is. So the cops came like 10 minutes after, but we got rid of the bag. But like he put it inside the house because my parents didn't know what that smelled like. They didn't know what that smelled like, so it was fine. And the cops came. Luckily, the smell was like aired out. Like he put on the aircon, and we were just waiting for the what you call it, the smell of that thing to like just go out. The smell of the weed to just leave the car. And the cops came and was like started questioning us, and then said that we were holding weed. And then I just see my neighbor just come a bit closer just to hear. Now he was playing basketball. He just walked over a little bit just to hear what was going on. And I instantly knew it was him. So what happened was after the cop left, after seeing there was no weed, I eventually just like took the baggie of weed and I brought it up to the house and said and acted like I was the delivery person. And what you call it? I like faked it. It wasn't. Oh wait, no, I never do that. It was my brother's friend. He walked up and acted like a delivery driver and delivered this in a box and said this was a delivery and then said his father's name. His father opened that thing and saw, and his father knew what drugs looked like and smelled like, and he instantly knew that was what drug it was, whatever drug it was. He just knew it was drugs, and the what you call it, my neighbor got in so much trouble. Like, damn, he got into a shit ton of trouble. He was banned. He like got his phone taken away for an entire year. He went to like drugs, like drug school or something. I don't know, it was like therapy something for drugs. I don't remember exactly what it was, but it was that. So he got payback. He got into a huge amount of trouble, and I'd say it was definitely worth it. He eventually knew that I was the person who did that, and so he tried to get payback, but it only backfired. But that's a story for another time. If you guys enjoyed this video, please hit that like button, subscribe, turn post notifications to all, so you guys never miss another video. Thanks for watching. Bye, guys.